The biggest upsetting moment I had was when a client came to me and had been prescribed a GLP-1 medication, and she had been on it for, I believe, about a year. She had been dealing with complications from the GLP-1 pretty much out of the gate. So she had lost about 60 pounds at this point when I saw her, was vomiting all the time, super constipated, barely keep any food down. And it was all about, what can I keep down, or what can I keep down for the longest amount of time? And given that she had lost 60 pounds pretty quickly, a majority of that was muscle. Like, usually when we lose weight, it's maybe half muscle, half fat, unless we're doing some strength training to preserve the muscle. So she had, which she definitely wasn't. So she had lost a ton of muscle and strength. And she couldn't even open up a jar. She couldn't open up a protein shake, and she would get winded going up the stairs. I mean, that is not the point of losing 60 pounds, right? You want to be able to move around and have energy, and that is not why you take a GLP-1. You want to make your life easier. You want to make movement easier. You want to feel better. And this had totally backfired. So it's quite upsetting if I see somebody who has been prescribed a GLP-1 and isn't being followed very closely by a healthcare practitioner. And I mean very closely. I think in my office, I run a pretty tight ship when it comes to these medications. I am very honest about the side effects, and I am very honest about my expectations for their nutrition, because what we want is to have slow, sustainable weight loss. And we're using this medication as a tool, right? We're using it as a tool so that you can decrease the food noise, you can have a little more focus, you feel like your hunger is better controlled, and that way you can use tools like listening to hunger and fullness, eating a good amount of protein, including fiber, all of those things more easily, because you don't have this food noise just like running in the background. So when somebody like you, or maybe not you, but when somebody is first prescribed a GLP-1 medication, it is incredibly important to set up expectations. And I'm going to start, I jumped a little bit into things, but I think that story is so important, because that is not the outcome that we want. And I certainly don't want that outcome for you. And I'll have clients say, well, yeah, you get, what is it, Ozempic face or Ozempic butt, or, don't you just waste away? That is not the ideal outcome. And there are ways to avoid that. And really, that is poorly managed outcomes and way too fast of weight loss, way too extreme weight loss too quickly. And it can run a lot of risks if you're doing that way. So you can get into bone loss and all of these things. So why don't we back up a little bit and talk a little bit about when somebody first comes to me, and let's say I've been seeing them for a while or not, and they're interested in taking a GLP-1 medication.